Welcome to week 2 of Heavy to Healed, where you will learn that food is communication and not the problem. Last week we talked about honest structure and becoming aware of our daily habits. This week we're going to go a little deeper and talking about emotional awareness. For many years I believed food itself was my problem. I thought I was addicted to food. I thought if I could just control my eating better, everything would be fine. But over time, I realized something important. Food was often communicating something deeper that I wasn't paying attention to. So food is communication and not the problem. And let me explain some examples of emotional eating. And let me tell you, I fell into almost each and every one of these. Stress. Stress is unavoidable. We can handle stress differently. We can choose different ways to handle our stress. We have stress from our jobs, from our lives, from our families, raising children, to being single and on your own, whatever it may be, health stresses. We have to learn to turn away from food and turn to something else to deal with our stress. Loneliness. I could vouch for that. I'm a single woman who lives alone. I'm divorced by my choice. And I was in a marriage where I felt very, very lonely. And I ate to fill that loneliness. Now I live alone and I don't do that anymore. I find other things to keep myself busy. Do I get lonely sometimes? Yes, I do. But I have 2 cats. I'll sleep with my cats. I'll text a friend. I'll watch a movie. I'll read a book. Boredom can fall into the loneliness. You get bored being alone. Do some exercises. Go for a walk. Hang out with a neighbor. Join a Bible study. Join a group. Join a gym. You can always find things to do to help with your boredom. Exhaustion. I did not fall into. Usually when I'm exhausted, I'm just worn out and want to go to sleep. But exhaustion can cause people to want to eat. And celebrations. We always have food at celebrations. Do I eat the cake at the celebrations? Yes, I do. That's why I don't keep it at my house. I save it for special occasions. That is how I've learned to support myself and not keeping it here, but allowing myself to have it when we're at a celebration. Do I eat at celebrations? I do. I make 1 plate and I maybe eat half of what I put on my plate. Did I always do that? No, I'd probably eat 2 plates and take a piece of cake to go. Just have to learn to listen to your body, eat when it's hungry, stop before you're stuffed. Comfort. I ate for comfort, the loneliness, the neglect, and once I decided to love myself and do it for me, I didn't want to do those things anymore. So sometimes we eat because we're stressed, sometimes because we're bored or lonely, and sometimes food becomes a way to comfort ourselves when something feels difficult. These emotions are normal, but they need awareness. So in your workbook this week, pages 26 and 27, which look like, emotional awareness guiding page. You'll begin identifying emotions that may be influencing your eating habits. And this isn't about judging yourself. It's about understanding yourself and being honest with yourself. Use this space to write down all of the emotions that I've listed above and any more that you can think of. And write what you would normally do in these moments. Then write what you can do to support your emotions in a different way, turning towards food. Some examples to use are call a friend. Call a friend that you have or a relative that you haven't talked to in a while. Read a book. I enjoy good self-help books. Pray. Play a game. Journal in your workbook. On the questions and topics share section. Get on the Heavy to Healed Facebook group. That group is created to support one another. Keep your hands and your mind busy and away from the thought of food. When you begin listening to what your emotions are communicating, food no longer has to carry that burden. And that's where the real healing begins. Food isn't the enemy, it's often the messenger. Take care and have a blessed week.